Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to Fujit's Blitz. Now, I did a video recently called The Current State of the Game, and following on from that video, a good friend of mine, Droodlesblitz, also known as Burning Peak from the clan Pramo on North America, did his own video called Current State of the Game, which was fantastic. And if you haven't seen it, guys, it's in the write-up below, and it's linked. And then Meadsy69 did his views on the current state as well, which again is a fantastic video, guys, full of great ideas. And again, it's in the link below if you've not seen it. What then happened was I had a message on Discord last night from Droodles saying he's released a new video, and what are my thoughts on it? And I watched that video, and it's fantastic. I mean, he's taken the current state of the game video that he did, and he went one further with suggestions on how to try and improve the game. But before we get into that, the clips that you're seeing are just me utilizing the replays that you, the subs, have sent me. They have no relationship whatsoever. They're just for visual effect. So don't sit there thinking, my God, he's playing this replay to make a point. No, they're just there for visual effect. So you've got something to watch whilst I rabbit on in the background. Getting back to Droodlesblitz, aka Burning Peak Pramo's video on his idea. Now, he had two ideas. His first idea was to introduce an event whereby you could win a tank at tier 10, and that tank would be similar to the T49, and it would be basically the Sheridan, which we don't have in the game. And it was a case of you had to win it. You couldn't buy it for gold, you couldn't do anything else. And you could only win it if you completed certain missions that got progressively harder. I like that idea. I think that's a fantastic idea, personally. And I agree with Droodles that things like that would probably bring more interest into the game and would probably focus people. The other thing that Droodles then went on to say at the very end of the video, and I suggest you watch the video completely, by the way, is that he suggested that maybe all the YouTubers out there, and there are quite a few YouTubers out there, got together and sort of did a live stream where they spoke to wargaming, which again I think is a fantastic idea. And I just want to go and take that last idea, that last suggestion, one stage further. One of my biggest complaints in this game, and it's my biggest complaint full stop, is the lack of tools that are given to players to effectively learn the ropes, so to speak. Let's be honest, the training games at the very beginning when you first sign up are pretty basic. It's drive here, move your cursor there, drive there, shoot here, shoot there. And then you have a couple of training games. And then you get to move into other games whereby you're playing against bots, and you have a slow progression. But the thing is, playing against bots is all very nice and well, but bots don't fight back. And okay, whilst there is a wealth of information out there on side scraping and this and that, to be honest with you, the parameters of the game have slightly changed. And it's lovely to know things like side scraping. I mean, it took me a long time in this game before I understood what side scraping was. I didn't have a bloody clue what it was. And it's the same with other tactics that, are thrown at you, such as hold down. I mean, I know what hold down is, but a lot of people don't. A lot of people have no understanding of hold down. A lot of people have no understanding of reverse side scraping, let alone forward side scraping. And there are lots of things out there that people just aren't aware of. Not only that, every single one of the things I say in a lot of my videos, and I've just released a video actually called Tank Types, is that people fail to understand, or they are oblivious to the role that that tank in their tank should play. And what I would like to suggest is that whilst it's beautiful and great and lovely that the YouTubers show OP replays and tank reviews, etc., etc., there should also be a collaboration whereby training manuals or materials or whatever you want to call it should be made available. And I think that realistically should in part be sponsored by Wargaming. Now, they do these type of things for World of Tanks. We know that. You can go onto Wargaming's website, YouTube site, and there's quite a bit of materials there for World of Tanks. Now, I fully appreciate that a lot of what you see in World of Tanks also applies to World of Tanks Blitz, but not necessarily. I mean, World of Tanks, by its very nature, is a different beastie to World of Tanks Blitz. And I don't think it would hurt Wargaming or cost Wargaming any vast amount of money to utilize by giving the tools to the YouTubers to come up with training videos which they can then put on their Wargaming World of Tanks Blitz site. And one of the things that they should do is, you know, it's like if you watch that video and it will be linked in somewhere, maybe inside the game or maybe even in their website. If you watch that video, you could be rewarded with something, I don't know, credits or a bit of XP or something like that to make the new player watch those videos. Now, Meadsy said in his video, which I totally agree with, that at his stage when he gets the crates, he's not interested in boosters or XP or credits because, you know, he's played over 50,000 games and he's got more XP than you can throw a stick at that he's got nothing to do with because he grinded everything, and he's got more credits than you can throw a stick at. So, you know, boosters and things like that are no good for him. However, boosters, credits and XP are useful for new players, and no one's expecting veteran players like Meadsy, etc., to go and watch these new videos. But if you give an incentive to a new player to watch a video, and that incentive could be XP or boosters or even credits, then the chances are they're more inclined to watch it. Just like at this moment in time in certain garages there are ads for gold. Okay, you only get 10 gold, but people are watching those ads to get that 10 gold. They would do the same if they watched the video. And I would suggest that you only get the bonus if you watch the video all the way through. And the videos don't need to be lengthy, and they need to just be on, you know, normal tactics, showing you around the garage, showing you, you know, how to play different types of tanks, not the tank itself, but different types of tanks. What hold down means, what this means, what that means. That may help impart the knowledge and experience onto the newer players, because this is the thing, we have absolutely fantastic players in Blitz. There really are some amazing players in Blitz. We all see them in the Twister Cup, but there are also players who don't play in the Twister Cup who are truly fantastic players. What I would do to just steal some of their knowledge is unbelievable, because the way some of these guys play the game is amazing. I mean, their foresight, their ability to understand the mechanics of the game comes through not only just skill but also experience. And if you could impart some of that wisdom downwards, it would greatly improve the gameplay. Now, I'm not suggesting that you have to watch a video on training to progress to the next tier. I'm not suggesting that. I mean, that's just ridiculously stupid. But what I am suggesting is give the new player an incentive. If you want new players to stay in the game, you want people to enjoy it, old and new alike, give the new players the tools to understand the mechanics of the game and give them an incentive to go and find those tools. There are hundreds of YouTubers out there that would kindly assist Wargaming in doing this. Wargaming don't have to lift a finger necessarily. The YouTubers would do it for them, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of the YouTubers would welcome doing something like that if only they were given the tools to do something like that. And I'm not telling Wargaming that I have to give everybody a press account. I mean, that's just daft, because that's never going to happen. But you know, if the YouTuber is able to come up with a training video, and I'd suggest all the YouTubers get together, like Droodles says, with Wargaming to come up with the parameters of what training videos are required. If they all come up together, and each YouTuber takes a different type of video, which is then reviewed and looked at and approved and sanctioned by Wargaming, then the YouTuber may get something, I don't know, a couple of credits or whatever it is. It doesn't really matter, but give them some tools to help do the game and help Wargaming improve the player base, to entice better players, to get the players to want to learn by giving these incentives. Now, I know that sounds, I don't know, idealistically in a real world, rose-tinted spectacles and all that jazz. But you know what? If I was a new player and somebody said to me, you watch this 10-minute video and I'm going to give you, I don't know, 50,000 credits, I'd watch the video. And if that video taught me how to use ammunition correctly, or how to play a light tank correctly, then I'm gonna I've learned something whilst earning some credits. I don't know if it's a good idea or not. I think it is. I mean, I think it's something that maybe the YouTubers could get together with Wargaming to discuss, to come to some form of agreement. It would benefit Wargaming, it would benefit the community, it would certainly help the player base. Even some of the older players may benefit from revisiting some of these newer videos, because the game has changed, the parameters have changed. We know for a fact that the KV-1 is been nerfed a little bit. So is that still the tank to side scraping? These are the things that we need to impart. I know those come out with tank reviews, but I'm not talking about reviewing tanks and what tanks can and cannot do. What I'm actually talking about is imparting knowledge and wisdom downwards. That would go a long way to increasing the skill levels in the player base, which in turn would go a long way to reducing the toxicity, which in turn would go a long way in retaining the player base, and would also entice newer players, because they get freebies for doing stuff. That can't be a bad thing, surely. I know Wargame will probably say, yeah, but we lose money doing that. I mean, do they really lose credits, money, when they give away credits? If they get 5 players come into the game, and 4 of those players watch a video, win some credits, and then stay, they're more likely to drop gold and real cash, in my opinion. I mean, I don't know. So that's just me spitballing, and it's a spitball because I watched my friend Droodlesblitz, aka Burning Peaks, video yesterday, and I also watched Meadsy69's video yesterday, and on top of that I had a comment about my video that I issued, whereby someone said, but you're not giving Wargaming any suggestions on how to make money or whatever. And I mean, it's not my job to suggest how they make money, to be honest with you. How they make money is it's their business plan, guys. I mean, nobody can suggest to Wargaming. I'm not, by any stretch of the imagination, an expert on the business of gaming. I'm a lawyer by trade, and I'm a gamer for fun. But what I do think is that as a community, there's a lot of people out there who are willing to help, they are willing to assist, and maybe Wargaming should utilize that. That's not saying, as I said, start giving every single YouTuber a press account or blah blah blah. I mean, the press accounts are there to review the tanks and to tell you what the tanks are like. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about training, doing training videos that helps the player base, increases the community, and helps the community as a whole. And I think the YouTubers, and I'm speaking out of turn here because I'm speaking on behalf of other YouTubers, not just me, but from my viewpoint, I would jump at the opportunity to roll out training videos that Wargaming would then, think, yeah, we should push these down to the new players. We should, put them in the game or put them on the website. And if new players watch it and they watch the whole video, they get, I don't know, avatars or boosters or whatever. It doesn't really matter. I would jump at that opportunity. I would jump at the opportunity to give something back to the community. But that's just my idea. It may be good, it may be bad. By all means, guys, get over and watch Droodles' 2 videos. His first one on is current state of the game, and the second one on, his suggestions on what can be done. That's like a follow-up to his first video. And also get over and watch Meadsy's video. I mean, Meadsy doesn't need me to shout him out, but those videos are players giving you their thoughts and ideas and their views. And a lot of people misunderstand YouTubers. A lot of people think, as Meadsy quite rightly points out, a lot of people think that Meadsy gets paid by wargaming or he's employed by wargaming. No, he's not. He's like a journalist. That's all he is, guys. He's like what Jeremy Clarkson was for Top Gear. All he does is review. He gets given a heads up. He gets to review the tank, and he gets to give you his opinion. He doesn't get money or commission if X amount of tanks are bought because of his video. So there's a lot of misunderstanding there. These guys do it generally because it's not because of the money, and it's not because of the free accounts or etc. etc. It's because they really have a love for the game, and they want to improve the game, and they want to improve the community. So, let us know your thoughts. These are just my thoughts. Who says I'm right? I just think, it's something that may be considered. And wargaming, if you're listening out there, seriously, I mean, I know Droodles has mentioned it in his video. I mentioned it in this video. We're more than willing to sit down and discuss ways and means that we, the YouTubers, not the strict community contributors, but we, the YouTubers, can help you, the business, be better. As in, earn more, get more players in, increase the knowledge and the understanding of the game. It's a benefit for you, it's a benefit for us, it's a benefit for the community, surely. Anyway, I've been Fujit. I'd like to thank all those whose clips I've shown. As I said, they have absolutely no relationship to the subject matter. They are replays that have been sent, and whilst I've been a bit behind on replays because other things have happened, what I'm going to do, I'm going to start again with replays of the week starting on the 1st of October. So, all those people who've sent me replays recently, I'm going to try and slot them in where I can. I've been trying to do that. If your replay doesn't get shown, I'm sorry, I apologise. It's not because I don't think it's a good replay or anything like that. It's just because I've been snowed under a little bit with other things. But I will start replays of the week as of the 1st of October. I've been Fujit. Please comment, like, and everything below. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do so. It's a nice thing to do. If you want to support the channel, by all means do so. Become a patron. It's a beautiful thing to do. If you've got any replays, obviously send to me, fujitsblitz@gmail.com, or join my Discord server where you can upload them there. You can also follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And until the next time, guys, stay safe out there, have fun on the battlefield, and happy tanking, because that is what it's all about, having fun and being happy.